Kylie Jenner has been in the headlines a couple of times this week after a series of people wanted to call her out. It mostly surrounds her new brand, Kai, but there's also some cake drama thrown into the mix. Unlike Kylie Cosmetics, this brand hasn't had the same viral reaction, but instead has seemed to get Kylie in trouble. Right from the start, there was drama surrounding the brand since when she first announced she was coming out with a clothing line and teased all these leather pieces, she was immediately accused of stealing ideas from a designer named Betsy Johnson. Betsy had come out to say that she had sent Kylie and her team a concept idea for her brand, and Kylie went ahead with similar plans just without Betsy's involvement. When Kylie announced the launch of her brand and the first line in the collection, she said it was in collaboration with the brand Amelia. At the time when Betsy was speaking out about this, people did say that she shouldn't have shared the concept ideas without firm confirmation that they were going to work together, and also didn't know if the timeline necessarily matched up from when Kylie might have started this brand and when Betsy had sent over the concept. But either way, this was how Kylie's brand was being launched, starting with some drama. And it only continued this week as there's been more accusations of Kylie and her team not being original when it's come to the designs for this brand. But before we get into that, I want to talk about this cake drama that's been going on because this is kind of crazy and super weird. It sounds like Kylie was planning a party of sorts and she had her party planning team reach out to this cake company and things just didn't go so well. And the crazy part is it does kind of tie to Kai because when Kylie launched Kai, she had a cake made for her celebration. And this cake is a ripoff of the cake designs that the person they were currently reaching out to does. So there was already some sort of tension in the air with the way that, this baker is like, you've paid someone to copy my designs before. On Tuesday, small business owner Amy Yip took to her cake company Yip Studios Instagram account to reveal that an event planning company had gotten in touch with her on Kylie's behalf weeks ago. Amy explained that she told the team her prices in her first email and even kept her schedule clear as she planned to fly herself from New York to Los Angeles to make this cake for Kylie's upcoming event. She ended up receiving this email that said, "Hi Amy, we actually just heard back today and they won't have the budget to accommodate." Amy ended up sharing the screenshot of her Instagram, also adding, "I spent hours making a deck for them without any kind of deposit or dime. They can only afford a cheap/bad knockoff apparently." Amy detailed the process of what she went through to try and get this cake made for them, saying, "I had to make this whole deck because apparently they couldn't imagine a pink cake based on images I sent them of pink cakes. I even showed them examples of how I've worked with other clients and did not even upcharge them." She continued, "I was reached out to over a month ago and I told them the price after the first email. I even tried to hold off on orders mid next month because I was excited by the opportunity. I was even willing to have it coincide with a pop-up in LA so that I would be able to cover the cost of travel and accommodations myself." Kylie's team seemed to see what was being said and wanted Amy to take down her post. She shared this by saying, "They're asking me to take this down, but I didn't sign an NDA. Had they said something like, 'We are not doing desserts anymore,' then I would be like, okay. And had they also not already gotten this knockoff in the past, I'd be annoyed that I wasted time making the deck, but I'd be fine. But the price? At Diet Prada, please assist." She did end up saying Kylie herself ended up reaching out and also wrote on Instagram saying, "It's wild that I had over 1,000 responses and almost 25,000 people viewing the story. I've read through some of them and many others have had similar experiences in all creative industries. I've since taken down a few of the images after receiving a message from Kylie herself. At this point, enough people have seen it. I don't feel bad anymore. I guess didn't want to seem petty or difficult to work with by telling my story. In fact, I was agreeable the entire time to the point I feel ashamed at how naively I invested my time. And lesson learned, no more free pitches. Get that deposit or consultation fee. I'm no longer just a little Kiwi girl in New York City trying to hustle with a side gig, making cakes so I don't have to work a mind-numbing corporate job, tethered to it with a visa. I actually have a pretty successful full-time business and some lovely and interesting fans and clients. Thank you everyone for your continued support on this little journey of mine." She also shared that she wasn't paid to take her previous post down, but certainly was intimidated by someone with so much power being possibly upset in any way by what she had posted. She shared, "A lot of people have been asking if I was paid to take down the posts. Kylie didn't pay me a single dime, just apologized. Maybe I should have asked for what, 5K, since it would have been a drop in the bucket for them as a billionaire. But honestly, I was low-key afraid of what people who have that kind of money are capable of, and I just wanted to get back to making cakes because it's hella time consuming." This whole cake situation started up a whole conversation about Kylie just based on the fact that her brand got back to Amy saying that it wasn't in their budget to get this cake. According to Yip Studios website, Amy's smallest cakes start at $350, with the most expensive being $775. And don't get me wrong, that's expensive, but her cakes do seem to be some sort of art piece, certainly making a statement. And considering the Kardashian-Jenners' known wealth, people were very confused about how this couldn't have been in the budget, which, with the way this family flaunts their money and so publicly has been published as being billionaires, it's not a crazy question to ask why they didn't want to make this work or why they reached out in the first place, especially when her prices are listed on her website. But some feel as though the team was maybe hoping that with Kylie's name attached to this, maybe she would have offered the cake for free, which is also just a crazy concept that you can have all this money and then expect something for free. I mean, obviously they wouldn't expect it if it didn't happen before, and I'm sure there's tons of people who are willing to exchange free stuff with the Kardashians for promo because there is value in that. They have a big platform, so if they're posting someone's product or company, they're obviously going to have a lot of people see that. But to expect that is just like maybe not the best look. The Kardashians have had major lavish parties before in events, and Khloe is always tagging every company that seems to be at these birthday parties that she is throwing, and people have just assumed that these companies are doing these things for free for them, especially if they're tagging. And maybe that's what they were looking for here, a free cake. And when it didn't work out, they were like, nope. So that's what happened with Kylie and this whole cake situation. There is another situation going on with Kylie's brand as she just released her 4th collection. These are the styles that she's releasing. It's dresses in 2 pieces with an off-the-shoulder element or a shoulder cutoff, but it's gotten the attention of the brand owner of the brand, Johansson. Jessica, who created this company, feels as though Kylie might have copied her designs as they seem extremely similar, and she said she's gotten messages from people who thought that they had collaborated or something because the designs seemed so similar, but that was not the case. I think maybe the worst part is that it's not like this is a small business where Kylie maybe never heard of it or never saw it before, but she says that they've actually dressed Kylie, so that fact alone is just, well, it doesn't make her look the best in this situation. Jessica made a TikTok talking about the whole thing further and showed more examples of her brand next to Kylie's new collection.
Guys, am I tripping, or did Kylie Jenner just rip off my entire collection? I have been like dwelling on this for days now. So my name's Jess. I own the brand Johansson, and I've had Johansson for like 10 years now. And we launched a collection so similar to the collection she launched, but we launched ours like 3 or 4 years ago, and it's been our signature range ever since. I've been getting like so many DMs from customers and friends and family just being like, is this your dress? Oh my God, you collaborated with Kylie, like congratulations, and all of these messages. And I'm looking at it, and we've dressed Kylie before, so I just thought it was old stuff. Eventually, after getting so many DMs, I started looking into it and took a dive, and I was so shocked. Look at this.
She said she ended up trying to reach out to the team, and they doubled down that this was a design that they had crafted themselves through hard work and innovation.
Anyway, so I reached out to their team, and they got back to me pretty quickly. And they said, we developed these designs through our team's hard work and innovation, which I was just like, if you look up the meaning of innovation, it means new idea.
Certainly not the best look, and it's a brand new brand. Like, how are there this many things that are getting called out here? But when it comes to the Kardashian-Jenner clan, there's always something that is going on or being said about them, especially in terms of like stealing or copying. I mean, there's so many people that have accused them of not being original before, but I certainly want to know what you guys think about this, the fact that she's being accused of stealing these designs, which is not the first time, like I said earlier, that she has gotten an accusation like this. I also want to know your thoughts on the whole cake situation, because that was a whole crazy drama. I mean, what do you think about the comment about them not having that budget? Let me know all of your thoughts, you guys, in the comments. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.